We've often talked about how banks use XRP for bills, how they use it for on-call cash, or how they just use the technology itself. When we talk about crypto in general, this is what we mean. We're not even talking about XRP. We're just talking about banks that use crypto. It has been brought up and talked about over and over again. And for a long time, people were asking, what are we expecting? What do we think will happen? What do you know? Policy plans have been on our minds. Also, guys, Bank of America has now gone public. It was the biggest bank in the US and one of the biggest in the world. They've changed their minds and said what's going to happen. They revealed what is going to happen soon. This is something we need to talk about. All of you are welcome to the group. My name is Joni. For people who are new to the channel, hopefully with the help of the end of this video, you do become a member. Welcome. Let's jump right in and talk about some things. The first thing we should talk about is XRP itself. Let's talk about technology. Let us talk about it for a moment. Since well over 4 years ago, I've talked about how XRP should eventually become a big part of the money system. It's because of how well it works. We have confirmed tech here as well as legal clarity. Things like high performance and other big things are changing, but it's mostly how things are changing. You know, the banking is going through one of the biggest changes in history, and it's likely to be the biggest change for the next 10, 20, 30, 50 or more years. We don't know what to do. This is one of the biggest events in history, and it's about to happen right now. Now, one thing we recently heard was from Right Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who was at the summit and said, and I quote, "I suspect as an alternative eminent U.S. regulatory readability." Before that, he talked about how the biggest capital markets are finally getting on board with crypto and how they might be talking about crypto strategic reserves. He said that a step change in the way adoption works is closer than you think. This is now on the 16th, but let's go back a few months before this post. We'll talk about May 2024. As Marcus Infantur, SVP of RippleX, put it, our talks with TradFi about tokenization have become a lot more real. Now they come to Ripple ready to use it in real life. Ladies and gentlemen, banks have not, let's just say, been prepared for a while. They haven't been watching from the sides the whole time. You had banks that were open to technology back in 2014, 2015, and 2016, or even all the way back to that time period. They have been coming up with new ways to use technology. They were testing out the new gadget. No less than JP Morgan, the biggest bank in the world, has its own private DLT chain called Onyx. Yes? It is built on top of your own Ethereum chain. It's something they do every single day. We now know that those private chains won't be, a big deal. That's already known. This is what the IMF told us. This is what the BIS told us. This is something that even the World Economic Forum has said. We should think about that, though, because the banks have been here the whole time. Here's a message from a Ripple employee telling us that they already have real-life use cases ready for their meetings about TradFi. All they're waiting for is one thing: rules. Yesterday, I talked about why it might not be long before banks are ready for blockchain to be used by a lot of people here at FT Crypto. This is going to happen, so be warned. Come on over here. We have new. Circle CEO says Trump will quickly sign a government order making it easier for banks to own digital assets. This is a huge one, okay? Speak Me Extra is all about SOB on 121, and we're talking about banks being willing to own virtual property, having virtual property that is definitely on their balance sheets or, running crypto services through the bank, you name it. To be clear, I mean that this could easily lead to a lot of people using crypto. Why? Well, one of the main reasons why regular people can't own, buy, sell, or trade crypto is that they consider it too dangerous, right? Their hands don't need to be in these trades. They don't agree with them, especially since FTX and some of these big headline stories have come out. So if they could buy, sell, and trade crypto right in their banking app, which they use 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, why wouldn't they invest in and trade crypto when the president talks about it? Anyone who pays attention knows about crypto. Since it's through their bank, they will use this crypto service right away. Their bank can agree with them. It is safe. This completely gets rid of everything that is stopping crypto, it's meant to let the floods begin. In this case, the CEO of Circle thinks that the US government will soon issue orders to expand crypto. Again, Brad Garlinghouse is also waiting for US regulatory certainty. And inside this, right, the government has given banks permission to deal in crypto, offer crypto investments to wealthy customers, and hold crypto in their accounts. Now, I don't really like the idea of giving rich people the best deal. I believe that all of their clients should be willing to. It's weird, but I get it. I get it. It gives you experience, but I think that will be really, really interesting. They do talk about SAB 121, or Proper Staff Accounting Bulletin 121, which, as he put it, made it illegal for banks, financial institutions, and businesses to even hold crypto assets on their balance sheets. Okay. That's going to be a big one. If they got rid of that, SAB 121, that's when the game really starts to change for banks to go all in on crypto. I believe that is very important to keep an eye on in executive orders. It was said that I highly support getting rid of it and that I would like President Trump to do the same. In fact, we expect the group to work very hard over the next few weeks. This comes from Congress and is about rules for virtual assets. We think the new SEC will get things done, and this will almost certainly happen. Bring banks a lot further into the custodial space. It's good for the environment when a lot of people use crypto. We're also very open to other people joining in, so pay attention. Now, some very big changes are about to happen. The CEO of Bank of America suggests that crypto could be used with their services. The CEO of Bank of America says that the banking world is ready to accept crypto payments. If the green light is supplied by officials, that is a very big change. Since this is the introduction of cryptocurrencies into the banking system, I think that everyone should pay close attention to this big statement. The CEO of Bank of America has said that the company is ready